guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we are back on the guys with the Sopranos. Episode 5 from first season.
College, I think this one is called. Can't be sure. I think it's college. So last episode, Jackie died. Tony took it in, and it was a huge blow for him and the others. There was also talk about who was going to replace Jackie, and right after finding out about his death, Tony made a decision. He followed an advice from his therapist, and he went to his uncle and he said, "You have the job." Because it's better to give him the job, give him the title, so he's happy and he stops giving them shit. But the ones who are really in charge, Tony's gonna be in charge, and his men, they're gonna work for him, really. So this seems to be okay. There's not gonna be a war with Uncle Junior for now. Good. Christopher's not gonna get killed. Hopefully he stops making rash decisions, because last episode he still tried to avenge his friend. And the other big thing that happened is that Tony's son found out about his father's real job, thanks to Meadow. Meadow told him. So we want to see how that's going to change their relationship. We think he might be too shocked, like he might have been, he feels deceived, and now the image he has of his father has been completely changed. That was one of Tony's fears. So there you go. Okay, this is where we are. Oh, and Tony's looking into his therapist's life. He wants to learn more about her. Bad man. Bad. Okay,
Bad
so this is where we
Bad
are.
Tony.
Let's jump in this episode and see what happens next. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright guys, let's go. Oh my god, we're doing Bloody McGuire.
Every episode. Slide.
No.
How'd it go?
We got a 48 to 52 male-female ratio. Strong liberal arts program in this cool and art center for music.
It's true, she's looking into colleges.
This one girl told me there's a saying, Bates is the world's most expensive form of contraception.
You mean the girls at the other colleges we've been to, they just put out?
Oh my god.
Have you forgotten how the world is? What it's like in college?
How come you didn't finish college?
Grandma and Grandpa didn't stress college.
How come your parents were anti-education?
They weren't anti. Can't lay it all off on them. I got into a little trouble when I was a kid.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Little trouble.
I mean, I guess if his father was anything like him, he would have been a self-made man who grew in the ranks and made a name for himself. So he wouldn't see the point in college, maybe.
Are you in the mafia?
Straight up.
Now you ask?
Well, you never talked about this to your parents, but you're showing your brother.
I'm in the waste management business. Everybody immediately assumes you're mobbed up.
Because you are.
And it's offensive.
But you are.
And you're the last person I would want to perpetuate it.
I'm a bit pissed that she said to her brother he was in the mafia without ever having asked anything.
She just assumed with reason.
All right, look.
It's not what it
You're a grown
seems.
woman. Some of my money comes from illegal gambling and whatnot.
She's not stupid.
How does that make you feel?
At least you don't keep denying it like Mom. Kids in school think it's actually kind of neat.
Seen The Godfather, right?
Casino, we like Sharon Stone, 70s clothes. Sometimes I wish you were like other dads. Done like Mr. Scangarella, for example. Advertising executive for Big Tobacco. So many dads are full of shit.
And I'm not.
Finally told the truth about this?
Well, part of it, yeah.
Part of my income comes from legitimate business.
Please, okay? Don't start mealy-mouthing.
I guess you can't, like I said last episode, you cannot really preach a straight lifestyle, college, good job, all of that, when you're not doing it yourself. Then again, maybe he has all these dreams of his kids doing better. Is he being followed?
Come on.
With his daughter right now? Yay.
Come on, get in.
Okay, what's the rush?
Don't cause any scenes, please. You're with your daughter.
It's a good thing she just asked him about his real job, because it looks like she's about to be a part of it a little bit.
What's going on?
I think I saw an old friend, that's all.
Yeah,
No,
no friend that
you're reacting
ran.
like that?
Dad, slow down!
Think about this.
What's going on?
Just fooling around.
Stop.
You're scaring her, dude.
Yeah.
Colby, turn! Turn left, it's to the left! Left! Dad!
Dude.
See, that's because you're talking to me so much.
There are moments for this. This is not one of them.
Hello, our motel's right there. Do you know that guy?
Nah, wasn't it?
No?
Hey, I'm not sure, but I think I just saw Fabian Petrulio. Maid guy, he flipped about 10 years ago when he got busted for peddling H. That fuck took out a lot of people. A lot of people from our outfit. My old man was sick. He never recovered when he heard the news.
Your daughter's with you, man. It's not the time.
Febby and me partied a couple times, but Jackie and Prilly knew him real good. Matter of fact, you know that bus that was in his rec room with Sinatra? Febby made it for him in the prison workshop. Anyway, run these plates for me. DX66920. I'll call you back tonight at 10. Right?
What's wrong with the phone in your room?
It's part of the
Taking a
job.
walk, saw the phone. Figured I'd give Christopher a call.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about.
That's what I meant when I said he's telling her a little bit of it, just not everything, because illegal gambling, yeah, sure. There's also a lot of violence involved.
Oh my God, look at you!
Oi, Gene Cosimano said you were ill.
Yes, I was.
It's gone now.
I was having a little fernet. Would you like something?
Some wine, if it's open.
Something is definitely gonna happen.
That stuff we talked about before. How's that sitting with you?
Not like I wasn't 90% sure already.
What about your brother? Does he know?
Think so.
No, he do.
You know, there was a time Ed, when the Italian people didn't have a lot of options. My father was in it. My uncle was in it. Maybe I was too lazy to think for myself. Considered myself a rebel. Maybe being a rebel in my family would have been selling patio furniture on Route 22.
That would have been less stressful.
College, nothing interested you?
Kind of liked history.
I don't see you as an history teacher though.
There's a bunch of good jobs you can have with a history degree.
Dad, I have something to tell you.
You're not.
No, Jesus.
I mean, could have been.
A couple of weeks ago, me and
The
some
drug?
friends, we were doing speed.
You what?
It was just between homework and SATs and just the general pressure of life.
I'd have slapped the shit out of you. Where did you get it?
If I thought this was going to be a lecture, I never would have told you.
Well, what do you think was gonna be?
Where did you get it?
No way I'm telling you, especially after this reaction.
Well, I mean, we know. Because you were being honest with
You
her.
were honest with me today.
He's just right under my nose. I'm glad you told me.
He's close to his kids, but I feel like there's so much happening in his own house that he's not noticing.
It's not
Glad we
aware
have that
of.
kind of relationship.
Yo,
What do you got?
the car is registered to Frederick Peters.
Frederick Peters, Fabian Petrulio.
I guess. I don't know. T, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. Got Meadow here.
You wanna fly up and take care of it?
You're a good kid. You stay put. Maybe call Pussy or Paulie. I gotta do my homework and positively ID this guy. I haven't seen him in 12 years. I don't know. I gotta make sure.
Well, he left running when he saw you, so probably.
Hello?
Hello.
This is Dr. Milfy, his nurse.
Oh,
No, he's not home.
Could I impose on you to tell him that I need to reschedule Monday's appointment? I'm down with the flu.
I think she's gonna have a revenge sex with the priest.
I lost my pencil. Up his ass.
I'll tell him you called.
Yep, Dad's gonna bring a fight later on.
I wondered if he was gonna just say something by accident, but this is actually worse.
Why does he have to lie? Why wouldn't he tell me his therapist is a woman unless he's screwing her?
Carmela, please.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought therapy was gonna help clear up the fucking freak show in his head.
Now, I'm sure you're wrong about that.
He has fantasies about his therapist.
It's a good start, but it doesn't fix the soul.
Well, then you talk to him. You help him.
I don't know if we'll take that help.
I mean, will he listen?
I don't know.
He must be a very unhappy man.
He's unhappy. Sleep is my number one. Ah, shit. Why go into it?
I'm just like, I don't know if it's because he does it all the time. I just expect her to eventually sleep with the priest. I need to give her a little more credit, although I'm still pretty sure it's gonna happen.
I mean, just the fact that she's
getting so tired.
She prepared herself to receive the praise in
Yeah,
her
there are
home.
signs.
Sure, honey, hold on. Daddy's gonna come too, sweetie. We'll both put you to bed.
Hurry, Daddy.
Whatever he does to him now that we know he has a wife, a child, it puts so much in perspective, but then there's only so much they can let go. The reverse is possible too. What if he looks like
Dennis
Clark
Quaid.
Kent?
It looks like Dennis Quaid.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, the reverse is also possible. If he's willing to beat up a family man with a child and a wife, what if someone has a problem with him in the future and is okay with beating him up with his wife and his children?
I just got remains of the day.
Anything with Emma Thompson.
I'm there.
Father Phil, I didn't know you looked.
To take in through the eyes a beautiful woman? Is that so different than a sunset?
Okay, now Father, you're using poetry now.
He's turning her on. I'm waiting for the.
Will the father go for it?
He's also making a lot of little comments here and there. I guess he's a friend, but he still showed up really late. He's eating dinner. He's asking for wine.
Hello, rat.
It all comes down to who finds who first.
What's in that book? Come on, let me see. Or are you protecting me? Is that what you're doing?
Father, turn it off. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
What is it?
No, Father, I'm a terrible person. It's been building in me. I need to get it out.
If I can help, please.
How?
How long has it been since you last confessed?
Fleabag flashbacks.
On your knees?
If it doesn't happen this episode, then God, they are good at keeping the tension going.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
I like how he had that lying around.
Always ready.
I have forsaken what is right for what is easy. Allowing what I know is evil in my house. Allowing my children, oh my God, my sweet children, to be a part of it. Because I wanted things for them. I wanted this house, wanted money in my hands. I'm so ashamed.
Interesting though.
My husband, I think he has committed horrible acts.
You're also giving all the information.
I'm the same. I've said nothing. I've done nothing about it. I got a bad feeling. It's just a matter of time before God compensates me with outrage for my sins.
Cause like, what if anything could happen really? What if he came back with Meadow? What if an accident happened and one of the kids got shot?
Well, Meadow is right there.
Oh, he went to get her. Okay, so yeah, what if she gets shot? I hope
I mean,
not.
that's what
I
happened
hope
in
not.
Godfather 3, right?
God, everything is spinning.
Don't.
You're not mad, are you, Daddy?
Little bit.
I gave them to you.
Supposed to be.
That close.
But still, it depends. What
If
if
it
he
weren't
waits?
for, if it weren't for witnesses,
What if they wait till he waits till they come out?
Why do you have that with you?
He always
I
carries
told
it.
her, always ready.
I am not worthy to receive thee, but just say the word.
And I will be healed.
This is the body of Christ.
He's fucking sweating. You okay, man? Yeah, we definitely know where they're going with this. What he's thinking about. Those shots are not there for nothing.
Father, please me. I'm about to sin.
She took a little sip, he drank the whole fucking thing.
You want to sleep over there? Okay. Love you.
That was AJ. He's sleeping over.
I see.
Convenient.
At a
Oh, yeah.
friend's
Oh, yeah.
house.
Yep. Right there.
All right.
What?
Or maybe not. The fuck?
Father Phil?
He got the food.
Everybody's sick.
But this was definitely going somewhere though. Which I guess this episode helps me clear the hypothesis, the discussions we had. So now we know where everyone stands on the cheating, on the crime. What happened? Nothing.
Last night, we didn't do anything out of line.
There's nothing to apologize about.
She's disappointed.
It's not that I don't have desire for you in my heart. Last night was one of the most difficult tests from God ever for me.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the Fanuc priests in the world, why did I have to get the one who's straight?
It's a great town car, new model. You pick them up on the Colby campus. Stay on, pull up alongside, boom, 12 gauge.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. I want the cops to find out who burnt down the historical house.
Fuck you,
Huh?
fuckwad!
A stray shot could happen so easily. I don't want Meadow to be... I don't want it to be hurt. Then again, it could also be Tony's gonna find him first and he's gonna show up and get rid of him. I don't want him to get shot either. They are stressing me out this episode. It's done a bit differently too. I kind of like this one. You're kind of in plain sight. You're not hiding really well. Oh, there's a shark too. Be careful. Surprise, motherfucker.
Teddy, there must be something we could do.
Tony.
Teddy.
It's Tony, you fuck.
I could have killed you last night outside the motel. Your daughter was drunk, remember? I had a gun, but I didn't do it.
No, there was someone else.
It's just a coincidence. It's taking this little girl to college.
You know, one thing about us wise guys, the hustle never ends.
That's not true. He was about to send people to kill him, so...
I'm begging.
This is a step up from what we've seen him do since the beginning. Keep thinking about our karate teacher who used to say, like, there are many ways to untangle yourself from someone that attacks you from the back, but if someone catches you with a wire like this, the answer to that is make better life choices. The more he gets into this job, the more dangerous it is for his family.
Dad, what's up with that?
The restaurant, I tried the back door. There were puddles.
And that, how do you explain that?
Your hand is bleeding. You saw that man, didn't you?
I cut it on the screen door. What man?
Man, you said you didn't know?
Avanopoulos, what do you think happened?
You were on the payphone again last night at 1 o'clock in the morning.
You can't be trusted to remember what happened last night because you were seeing pink elephants.
She said you were honest with her and she could be honest with you. She was happy about this relationship. You're proving her wrong.
You're being honest with me, right?
Pretty soon here, you're gonna start hurting my feelings.
We have that kind of relationship, you said.
That's right. We do or we don't.
That's something you want to tell your kids, though. I just killed a man. You want to tell her that?
But at least don't lie. She already said that she was aware.
If something happens and the police came, she will know.
I know this.
She better not tell us something about it.
I know, but she already said she was aware, and he made it a point to say, like, oh yeah, I tell you stuff, we have this relationship. Now he's hiding stuff from her, and that's just, to me, that shows that the job doesn't work with the family. Ha! Great coincidence.
He's our most famous alumnus.
She comes out, you're not going here.
Any cold pasta?
There was some ziti, but it all got eaten.
Monsignor Jughead was here.
If you are referring to Father in Tintola, yes, he was. He spent the night here.
What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
The priest spent the night here. Nothing happened.
He expects her to sleep with them.
You might hear something. Take it the wrong way. His car was out front all night.
This is too fucked up for me even to think about.
He alluded to the possibility of them sleeping together.
What'd you guys do for 12 hours? Play, Name That Pope?
Give him communion.
Oh, I'll bet he gave you communion.
What, you think I'm lying?
I don't know, but the whole thing sounds...
Would I have told you about it voluntarily if there'd been anything to be ashamed of?
Well, I have Skylar in my mind telling Walter that she's up with them.
Oh, by the way, your therapist called.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer?
Miss Jennifer?
That was meant to hurt.
It's just therapy, that's all. We just talk.
But you've been thinking.
Yeah.
And
the fact that she assumed it was a male the first time that she talked about his therapist, and he just went along with it. Because it was convenient for him.
Yeah. Then again, their whole relationship is fucked up because I don't like cheating. I've always been against cheating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of person that thinks if you're at a point in your relationship where you think that cheating is the way to go, leave the other person. So if I look at them here, I'm like, yeah, I don't like the idea of Carmela sleeping with the priest, but I don't like the idea of Tony sleeping around either. But they all both know that Tony is sleeping around, so am I really gonna bash Carmela for having also thoughts and stuff? If anything, she's the only one out of the two who seems to be really having, second thoughts, and she's beating herself up over the head about those thoughts and about the feelings that come with them.
Remorse, feeling guilt about it.
Yeah, so it's not like Tony never alluded to something happening between her and the priest, but something definitely happened between him and that other woman we saw. Like, we keep seeing him cheating, so is he in a position where he can tell her what to do or be mad or get jealous? Like, dude, clean your act before you try to get into her business.
It's something, usually when you know that you're at fault, it's okay for you to do stuff, but if somebody else that you're supposed to care about do the same, it's not for nothing that we've heard many Reddit stories about people who wanted to have an open relationship who cheated, and they expect their other partner to just be faithful, and they're surprised that they done the same.
I've honestly heard a lot of excuses. I've heard guys say that, you know, for them it's just sex, so it's not like that big of a deal. It's okay for them to sleep around. But if a woman, since a woman is more into her feelings, if their girlfriend sleeps around,
cheating.
then obviously that's cheating and that's not okay. It's such a double standard. I have no excuses is a good excuse, honestly. But in this specific situation, even though I don't like the idea that Carmela would start something with the priest, because it was definitely going that way. It looks like...
Oh, he was leaning in.
Yeah, it looks like he's very interested, but he's still... Like, for example, he got sick the night before, so maybe seeing that as a reminder of you're not supposed to break your vows, you're not supposed to do that. So he's stopping himself, and she's definitely not going to jump on him either, but it's getting difficult and he keeps coming over. I don't know if it's going to be a break, like if he's going to stop trying to press luck, or if they're still going to see each other and eventually that would still happen. Maybe. But right now, at the very least, they're stopping each other. Although if she did sleep with the priest, I can't really fault her considering all the shit Tony puts her through. And the fact that he's been cheating for a while, for a long time, and she's aware of it. He knows that she knows, and he doesn't do anything about it. It's like as soon as she calls him out on his cheating, he calls her out on something that hasn't happened yet. Like, oh, you're sleeping with the priest. Well, obviously not yet, but... or you're not in a good position to say anything about this shit. And that's the cheating part. But beyond that, and I really love that in this episode, we dived into that other side of the show, which is how everyone else reacts to Tony's job. We kind of put in French, mettre les points sur les i, we kind of made it clear who knows, who doesn't know, who needed confirmation, and how they feel about it. So Meadow, I thought she knew, but it looks like she never really got confirmation. She still told her brother,
really big doubts about it.
Yeah. She still she told her brother, which I'm like, dude. First of all, I was not okay with her telling her brother, but the fact that you never really talked about this with your parents before you told your brother, that's just what if you're wrong? Which she's not wrong.
Could you imagine if she wasn't wrong?
That would have been fucked up. But then again, she did say she keeps asking her mom and her mom denies it, and now she's asking her dad, and he kind of said he does illegal stuff, but he did not tell her everything, and there's a big chunk of the business he's keeping a secret from her. We'll talk about that later, but still, now to know where she stands, she got confirmation, but she's still aware that her father, despite saying they have this connection, this relationship, and she thinks she can be open about things with them, he can be open about things with her. No, that's not where they stand, and he's always going to try, I feel, to protect his family from this side of the business.
That's the thing, though. Even if you'd like to be as honest as possible with your family regarding
we were going to talk about this later.
regarding your job, you can't really say much because you want to protect them. Like I said earlier, what would happen if the police came and she's been question about her father?
I'm not saying he has to tell her he killed a guy. I'm saying don't pretend either, especially if she's clearly aware that something happened last night.
Yeah, but
and he's showing the proof of it with the blood, with the shoes. She already pieced it, and him taking her. I guess in French we'll say la prendre pour une conne. So he takes her for a naive, stupid girl who won't see through the lie, and he's put it on, like he read in that quote, he's putting on a mask pretending to be someone he's not when everyone else is aware that he's not that man, but he keeps trying to push that lie. Eventually he might get mixed between which one is his real him. I think that's why he has so many issues. He doesn't really know which life I think the fact he keeps dreaming about the ducks means that he wants to be a family man. He wants to look out for his family, and this is the most important thing for him. But he's also so wrapped up in this other life and that other mask. He can't let that go, so he's constantly stressed. And yeah, he can't tell the truth to his daughter, but he put himself in a situation where he can't tell his family the truth about his job. So it's an impasse, it's not great, but she also sees right through his lies, and to be told like, oh yeah, I went to the restaurant, I stepped into puddles, like what'd you take me for? Like, all that kind of calling her out on the lie, like, you really think she's that stupid? It's insulting. It's sad because they just had a conversation about being open with one another.
Yeah.
And it's also, you keep lying about who you are and your job. How is that gonna end? Are you gonna keep lying for the rest of your life? Do you expect them to, do things right when you allow yourself to do this shit? Because that's another thing I talked about. Where kind of like he can't call Carmela out on the cheating or the potential cheating because he cheats himself. When will he ever have the right to call out his children for not doing the right thing or for not following the right path if he himself is a criminal? And that really, basically the idea of the show that you're trying to balance a healthy life with your family and this unhealthy job of yours, it's not going to work. One of the two is going to suffer, and right now it's his family that's suffering. Kind of like, last episode, we saw the other captains, and one of them, Eve was talking about him becoming the boss, and he said, I have a special needs kid, and my wife wants me to do less. Mm-hmm. So he chose, instead of becoming the boss, instead of doing more for the job, he decided to take more time with his family. I think Tony needs to realize, like, what does he want more, his family or his job? Because if he keeps it up like this, he's either going to lose his family or he's going to get killed for whatever reason because he's not capable of doing the job.
The fact is, when you're doing something bad, like he's doing right now, has someone to do with the organized crime, someday you will reap the consequences of it. Yeah. But what might happen though is like innocent bystander might get affected by it. Like, for example, earlier we talked about the fact that maybe his daughter might get killed, just like in the Godfather 3.
If the other two had decided to do what he asked, find the car and shoot, and she had been in the car, she could have been shot.
Because she could have been shot. If you went for that other couple on the side who were witnesses, she could have just watched her father being shot by that guy.
One stray bullet, yeah. It could have gotten way worse.
So,
and like, how long until he becomes the guy that gets killed like that? Like right now, he exacts revenge. He goes out and he's the shark. But it's a job where tables can turn. Like, what if we talked about how maybe there's a possibility of him becoming those he despises, like those that had no other choice but to rat on the organization. What if it comes down to your family and the job? Do you save your family and become a rat? In that case, you're gonna be that guy from the episode who tries to live this other life, but they find you, they kill you, you're done, and you leave behind a family that's heartbroken and they never really knew what was going on. So there's always that possibility. I don't know if this is where we're gonna go. Hopefully not, but it's a constant thought of you are the one killing others, you're the one exacting revenge, but you also put yourself out there to be killed.
You know what? That reminds me of another quote that we love very much from Code Geass. The one who's willing to hold the gun or to kill should be ready to be killed also.
I think he's ready. It's just that if his family gets in between him and the gun, that gets difficult. Because he doesn't want that. And every time he loses a bit of himself, every time he puts on that other mask, every time he does his job, and the fact that the guy said, like, oh, I saw your daughter, I could have shot you, I saw you two together, it's kind of realizing that, oh shit, we got real close to a tragedy there, my daughter was in danger. He kills the guy, then he looks up and he sees the ducks, which he associates with his family. He's putting them in danger by simply being there with them. And beyond that, it's also the relationships. He's not telling everything to his wife. He's constantly lying to his kids. How do you expect them to love you, care for you, want to stay with you if they don't really know who you are? Like his son last episode, the vision he has of his father is gone. So how awkward is that going to be next time they spend time together? You never really know who you're with.
He's gonna give him a raw egg.
Yeah. But yeah, the other thing I really liked in this episode is that we got to see Carmela, and I didn't know we were going to go that way. I thought she was going to talk about the cheating, or maybe her impure thoughts of, wanting to... Basically, I feel like everything that comes with cheating with Carmela is just a way for her to feel good and punish Tony for what he's putting her through. So whenever she has those feelings with the priest, it's really just her trying to find comfort. And yes, I mean, the next day she's telling Tony right away, like, she doesn't want to be the one with secrets. She wants to tell it all.
If someone should be honest in that relationship, it should be her, because she knows that her husband won't be.
But I feel like the fact that she told him about the therapist calling, it was a way to be like, yeah, I'm not the one keeping secrets. Because he was starting something, he was trying to call her out on possibly the cheating happening, when she just told him, yeah, he spent the night here. And I felt like your therapist call was a reminder, you are the one lying to me, I'm not lying to you. But whenever she's attracted to the priest, I feel like it's really just a way for her to try and feel better, considering everything else. But when she started confessing about the life of crime, I was like, oh, that's interesting. We didn't know about that side of her and how she felt about the business, but it actually makes a lot of sense. We talked about how the mother could have felt back when her husband was around and in charge. Mm-hmm. At least he was one part of the business. And I talked about how maybe she turned into this paranoid woman, and like that could have changed her personality. The same kind of applies to Carmela. I don't know how much she knows, but she suspects a lot. She's aware that there's a bunch that Tony is doing that is not legal and not okay, and is pretty dangerous.
Some sort of bad stuff, and because of it, they have the money to live comfortably.
Yeah, she took what was easy, and there's the fact that she still loves him despite everything, but now we're getting a glimpse at how heavy this is on her mind, on her conscience, the stress that she must be going through as well, and she has no one to talk to about this, because you cannot incriminate your husband by telling anything, and you can talk to him because he's not talking to you. So really, and she's constantly thinking as she made a mistake, now her kids are involved. She's not leaving because she loves Tony, but what does that mean for the family? Because it's always going to be dangerous. She's aware of how dangerous it is, and if she knew what almost happened in this episode, she'd be freaking out. But she's got to be in the back of her mind, she's got to be thinking about the possibilities of this job and where it could lead. It's just that I hope she never gets a slap of reality. But
I think in her head right now, it is fine because the kids are not involved.
But they are. She said they were. They are in this. They are related to him. They are in the same house. They hang out with the same people that he deals with. So they are involved.
I think that what maybe might help her to sleep at night is the fact that yes, they are involved, but not as much as they could be, and it's not dangerous enough. I mean, what we just saw tonight, maybe she might change her mind if she learns about it, and if she knows about it.
Who's to say that it's not gonna change? AJ, I keep calling him TJ because of Tony Jr., but Anthony Jr. AJ.
Okay, I understood Ajax.
No. I keep thinking about him, him not knowing now what his father is doing. Who's to say it's not going to turn into another Christopher later on in life, wanting to be a part of the business? Because it's possible. In that case, he gets involved. In that case, he puts himself in danger. And Carmela could be thinking, she is allowing this to happen. And the fact that she's letting Tony do his thing, she's not leaving him, she's not doing shit, she would be feeling guilty somewhat. It's not just Tony doing shit, she is allowing it to happen. Mm-hmm. So no wonder she's feeling, depressed and emotional and sad and stressed out. But they don't talk to one another. They backstab each other constantly. They care, but it takes more than that, unfortunately, to make this relationship work. And for him, as long as he doesn't truly separate the two, choose either family or job, I have a feeling it's never going to get better with the family or with the job. Because, I mean, when it comes to the job side of things, having a family, that's liabilities, that's potential threats, that's lies, that's stuff that you need to keep to yourself. Like, you can't really be open about things. That's guilt. The family adds a lot to the job that you need to carry, and the job puts a lot on the family when it comes to security. So the two together, they can't work. Eventually it's gonna blow. I just hope the kids don't get hurt. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today. It was a different type of episode.
It had that horror vibe, right?
I actually liked it. It was kind of like a tension-filled episode where we expected something to happen. Like, it was going there.
Something did happen. He killed a guy with a wire.
Yeah, but like with Carmela, like, and the shots were different. And I thought the edit, not the editing, but the direction of this episode was really well done. So nice little change, I think.
It's nice also that when that guy, Fred Peter, I don't know, when he was out looking for Tony with his gun, like he was in the hunter position, and he saw that deer, and the role switched, and he became the prey, and Tony became the hunter.
That's what I was saying. There's a shark out there, man.
A bigger shark than you, man.
Hey, you're not the predator. You're the prey. But yeah, like I said, as long as Tony is the shark and he's the one exacting revenge, that's good. But the tables could turn one day. They almost did this episode. This is barely season 1.
Oh, we're almost halfway through from the first season.
Yeah, but it's still just season 1. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
Yeah, and if you don't want the next one, shall be on YouTube pretty soon. We're
Next
gonna
week.
see you then, guys.
Yes. Bye.
Bye, guys.